Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Confident English Podcast. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Alex. Hi, everyone. It's so good to be here with you today.
Alex, how are you doing today?
I'm great, Sophie. I'm really excited about today's topic. It's a fun one. How about you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Thank you. I had a good morning. I had a big cup of coffee, and now I'm ready to go.
Perfect. Me too. Coffee is the best.
It really is. Okay, before we start, we want to say something very important to all our listeners.
Yes, if you like this podcast, please subscribe to our channel. It's free and it helps us a lot.
A lot, like really a lot. And if you enjoy this episode, click the like button. It's just one small click for you, but it makes a big difference for us.
And share it. Share it with a friend, a family member, a colleague, anyone who wants to learn English. The more, the merrier.
Yes. Okay, now let's talk about today's topic. Alex, what are we learning today?
Today, we are learning how to use social media to learn English.
Yes, and this topic is very, very important. Why? Because almost everyone has a phone. Almost everyone uses social media, so why not use it to learn English?
Exactly. And the great news is it's easy. You don't need a classroom, you don't need a textbook, you just need your phone.
Your phone and a little bit of time every day. That's it.
That's it. Simple and effective. Let's go.
Okay, Alex, let's start with the basics. There are many social media platforms. Which one do you use to learn English?
That's a great question, Sophie. I use YouTube. I watch videos in English every day.
YouTube. Yes, YouTube is fantastic for English learners. Let me repeat, YouTube. Y-O-U-T-U-B-E. And what kind of videos do you watch, Alex?
I watch videos about cooking, about technology, about travel. I love travel videos. And everything is in English, so I learn and I have fun at the same time.
Oh, that's so smart. You learn without stress. I also use YouTube, but I also love Instagram. Instagram, I-N-S-T-A-G-R-A-M.
Oh yes, Instagram is very popular.
Very popular. On Instagram, I follow English teachers. They post short lessons every day. Very easy lessons, very clear.
That's a good idea. So the key is choose a platform you already like and use it in English.
Exactly. Don't start with a platform you hate. Start with what you love.
Okay, next, who do you follow? This is very important. Sophie, who do you follow on social media to learn English?
Good question. I follow English teachers, of course, but I also follow podcasts like this one. And I follow accounts that post quotes in English, short sentences, beautiful words, very helpful.
Oh, quotes. I like that. For example, every day is a new beginning. Short, simple, but very good for vocabulary.
Exactly. And the nice thing about quotes is you can read them again and again. Repetition is key.
Repetition is key. I like that. Let's say it again. Repetition is key. Very important for learning.
Good echo. And Alex, who do you follow?
Me? I follow news accounts. For example, I follow BBC Learning English. BBC. BBC. They post short videos, short articles, very simple English. Perfect for beginners.
BBC Learning English is amazing. I also follow them. So to summarize, follow teachers, follow quote accounts, follow news in simple English.
And follow people or topics you like. If you love music, follow English music accounts. If you love sports, follow sports accounts in English.
Because if you're interested, you will keep watching. And if you keep watching, you keep learning. Okay, let's talk about videos, specifically subtitles. Alex, do you watch videos with subtitles?
Oh yes, always. Well, actually, it depends. Let me explain.
Okay, explain. I want to know.
When I started learning English, I used the subtitles in my language, my mother tongue. That helped me understand the meaning.
That's a good start. What about now?
Now I use English subtitles, so I hear the word and I read the word at the same time. It's very powerful.
Very powerful, yes, because you connect the sound to the spelling. Very important in English because English pronunciation is complicated.
Yes, though, through, thought, they look similar but sound different.
Exactly. So subtitles help a lot. And the tip here is start with your language, then switch to English, step by step.
Step by step, that's the best way to learn. Don't rush. Now, let's talk about TikTok. TikTok. Do you use TikTok, Sophie?
Yes, I love TikTok. And actually, TikTok is a fantastic tool for language learning.
Really? Tell me more.
So on TikTok, videos are very short, 1 minute, 2 minutes. That's perfect if you don't have a lot of time. You can learn something new in just 60 seconds.
60 seconds, that's fast.
Very fast. And there are so many English teachers on TikTok. They teach idioms, vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, all in short videos.
And it's fun. Short videos are easy to watch again. You can replay them 5 times in 5 minutes.
Exactly. Replay is your best friend. Watch once? Okay. Watch again? Better. Watch 5 times? Excellent.
5 times. I like that strategy. Do you have a favorite type of TikTok video for English?
Yes, I love videos about idioms. IDIOMS. An idiom is a fun expression. For example, break a leg. It doesn't mean break your leg, it means good luck.
Break-a-lytic. I love that one. English is so funny sometimes.
So funny, but so interesting. And idioms help you sound more natural in English.
Okay, here's something many people forget. Reading comments. Sophie, do you read comments in English?
Yes, and it's a great habit. Comments are written by real people. It's real, everyday English, not textbook English. Real English.
Exactly. And sometimes the English in comments is very simple. Short sentences, emojis, reactions. That's a good place to start.
For example, you see a video about a dog. The comments say, "So cute! I love dogs! This made my day." Simple sentences, but very useful.
And you learn vocabulary in context. You understand the meaning because you see the video and the comment together.
Context is everything in language learning. Always better to learn a word in a sentence, not alone.
I agree. And here's another idea. Translate interesting comments. Read the comment, translate it, and try to write a similar sentence.
Oh, that's a very clever exercise. I like that, Alex. And now, the next level. Don't just read comments, write comments in English.
Oh, that's brave, but yes, very useful.
I know it sounds scary, but it's okay. Start small. Write simple things like, "Great video. I love this. Thank you for sharing."
Simple, but effective. And you practice writing, which is very important.
Writing is a skill, and the only way to get better is to practice. So writing comments is a great low-pressure way to start.
Low pressure, yes. Nobody will correct you. It's just a comment. No stress.
Exactly. And sometimes people reply to your comment in English, and then you have a little conversation. That's amazing practice.
A real conversation online. That's actually very exciting.
It is. And let's spell a useful word. Comment. COMMENT. Write comments. It's free English practice.
Okay, Sophie, what about podcasts? Of course, we are a podcast, but let's be serious.
Yes, podcasts are an incredible tool for listening skills. And you can listen anywhere, on the bus, in the kitchen, at the gym.
That's the beauty of podcasts. No screen needed, just your ears.
Just your ears. And there are so many podcasts for English learners. Some are very slow and clear, perfect for beginners. Others are faster for more advanced learners.
And you can listen again and again. I sometimes listen to the same episode 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times. And every time you understand a little more. That feeling is so satisfying.
Very satisfying. And an important word here, podcast. PODCAST. If you are listening to us right now, congratulations. You are already using this method.
Yes, and that makes you a champion. Keep going. Now, let's talk about Instagram specifically. There's a feature called Reels, Reels, short videos like TikTok, very popular.
Yes, and many English teachers post reels with quick vocabulary lessons. Very visual, very fast.
And there are also stories, Stories. Stories are photos or videos that disappear after 24 hours. Some teachers post daily vocabulary words in stories.
Oh, that's smart. A new word every day.
Exactly. One word a day, 365 days a year, that's 365 new words. That's a lot.
That's a lot of vocabulary. Imagine your progress after 1 year.
It's amazing to think about. And the key is consistency. A little bit every day is better than a lot once a week.
Consistency. Consistency. That's a big word for a very important idea.
Yes, but the idea is simple. Be regular. Practice every day, even for just 10 minutes.
Here's something I really love. Online communities. Facebook groups, Reddit groups, Discord servers. There are communities everywhere for English learners.
Oh, yes, and these communities are so helpful. You can ask questions, share your progress, meet other learners from all over the world.
I'm in a Facebook group for English learners. There are people from Brazil, from Japan, from France, from Morocco, everywhere.
That's incredible, and they all have one thing in common. They want to learn English.
Exactly. And the group is supportive. People help each other. Nobody laughs at mistakes. Everyone understands.
Because everyone is learning. Everyone makes mistakes. That's okay. Mistakes are part of the process.
Mistakes help you learn. Don't be afraid of mistakes.
Very important advice. And let me spell a key word. Community. Community. Find your community. You don't have to learn alone. Okay, last one, and this one is my favorite tip. Alex, have you ever changed your phone language to English?
Oh, yes. I did this last year, and it was a little bit scary at first, huh?
Scary, yes, but very effective.
Very effective, because suddenly everything is in English. Your apps, your notifications, your menus, everything.
And you learn vocabulary you use every day. Words like settings, Settings, profile, notifications, search, share.
These are words you see every day, so you learn them without even trying.
Without even trying. That's the magic of this method. You put English everywhere in your daily life, and slowly it becomes normal.
It becomes your new normal. And after a few weeks, it doesn't feel scary anymore. It feels natural.
Natural. And that's the goal, right? To feel comfortable in English, to feel confident.
Confident. Just like the name of our podcast, Confident English.
Exactly. Okay, I think we covered a lot of great content. Let's move on to some tips.
All right, let's talk strategy. Sophie, what's your #1 tip for using social media to learn English?
My number one tip is keep it simple. You don't need to understand every word. Just try to understand the general meaning. Don't stop every 5 seconds to look up every word in the dictionary.
Yes, flow is important. Keep watching, keep listening. The meaning will come.
Exactly. And my second tip, be friendly. When you write comments or join groups, be kind, be open. People will be kind back, and then you have a nice environment to learn.
I love that. And for me, context matters. If you are at work and your boss speaks English, you need more formal English. Say, "How are you?" not, "Hey, what's up?"
Yes, what's up is great with friends, but maybe not in a job interview.
Exactly. Know your audience, know the context, adjust your language.
And one more thing, smile. When you speak English, smile. It makes you sound friendlier. It makes you feel more relaxed. And when you are relaxed, you speak better.
Smile and breathe. Don't be afraid. Everyone starts somewhere. Even native English speakers make mistakes sometimes.
That's so true. The goal is not perfection. The goal is communication. If people understand you, you win.
You win. I love that. Okay, one final tip. Be consistent. Use social media in English every single day. Even 10 minutes is enough. The key is every day.
Every day. Build the habit. Make it part of your routine. Morning coffee plus English social media is amazing combination.
Perfect combination.
Okay, everyone, let's do a quick summary of what we learned today. We talked about choosing the right platform, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We talked about following the right accounts, teachers, quotes, simple news. We talked about using subtitles, watching short videos, reading and writing comments, listening to podcasts, joining communities, and changing your phone language to English.
That's a lot. And all of these things are free. You just need your phone and a little bit of time each day.
Exactly. And now our question of the day. We want you to practice.
Yes, go to the comments right now and answer this question in English. What is your favorite social media platform to learn English, and why?
For example, you can write, "My favorite platform is YouTube because I love watching videos." Simple. Just try. We read all your comments.
We do. We love reading them. So don't be shy. Write something.
Thank you so much for listening today. We hope you learned something useful and that you feel more confident about using social media to practice English.
Remember, stay safe and keep practicing.
Every day, a little bit more. You can do it. We believe in you.
Goodbye for now, everyone.
Bye-bye. See you next time on the Confident English Podcast.